Yes, Assalamu alaikum, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ahlan wa sahlan. Yes, we're here again. Let me put out the link for anyone to join the chat right now. End the year stream. Hope everyone is well. It's your boy K. Nagi wa yagi hatain na fahmi wa na fahmi dona hatain na baron wa na baron dona. Welcome back, SS. I know it's been a long while, but we got a nice little show lined up for you guys. Let me put out the link. Gilin hore. Let me put out the link. Yes, who's this? My bro Ski. Assalamu alaikum to my Somali brothers. Yes. We're there. Let me put out the link for any of the brothers sisters that want to kick off the game early. So yeah, man, you know what the topic is. It's what a year of drama, aka Somali politics. Everything's been popping off. The saga of what's it called? Farmace. Oh, sorry. Farmace and Robles back at it. Let me just put this out there. Yeah. Give a second, guys. Let me just put out the link. There you go. The link is in the chat, my brothers and sisters. KS, big up my brother KS in the building. Gillinghore Kuchila. There's the link for all you brothers and sisters that need that link right there. I just wanted to play one little screen share just before we kick off. Scare the sheet. Let me ski. Where is it? Yes, what car? I'll share it for you. Little bit of entertainment. So Gillen Horror, let's sort that. Uncle Sort my brothers and sisters. Let's go. Let's get into it.
sanadkii dhammaaday shartiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin sanadkii dhammaaday shartiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin midka dhashay khayrkiisa deebta iyo nimcadiisa bulshadii ku dhaashatay oo ku dhurowday rabbi hanaga dhigo aamiin rabbi hanaga dhigo aamiin midka dhashay khayrkiisa deebta iyo nimcadiisa bulshadii ku dhaashatay oo ku dhurowday rabbi hanaga dhigo aamiin rabbi hanaga dhigo aamiin sanadkii dhammaaday shartiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin sanadkii dhammaaday shartiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin Somali dhammaanteen dhidigya laboodkeen waynu wada dhalano kala dhiqimayne waxay dhacayeen hala dhalay ka sooma Somali dhammaanteen dhidigya laboodkeen waynu wada dhalano kala dhiqimayne waxay dhacayeen hala dhalay ka sooma sanadkii dhammaaday shartiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin sanadkii dhammaaday shartiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin dhibtiisiyo halistiisa rabbi hana dhaafiyo aamiin midka dhashay khayrkiisa rabbi anagu dhowro aamiin.
My name is Ariel, and I just started my first job as a project manager. When I was a student, I'd write long essays.
Yes, novelist said serious banger, serious banger. Yeah, man, it's just a little lightning mood. We gotta lighten up the place. So that was it's a good song. It's a good song, my brothers and sisters. Some people might get pissed off of it. Some people might get cheesed off of it. Again, please, so Somali speakers, share, like, and subscribe. Help a brother out, you know, the HBO special. You already know. Shout out to my brother, Poor Man's Podcast. That's his lyric. If you ever wonder where Kylie got that from, got it from one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So, yeah, man, it's been messy. It's been a wicked year so far in the game. I say the shenanigans, the Somali political game, dangerous. So I got a little another video for us. So I hope you brothers and sisters can lay back, relax, watch what some of these politicians are saying. Any of you brothers, any of the mods, any of the team mods that want to play videos, put out your link in the chat, come in the back chat, and then hopefully we can make this into a dialogue. And yeah, we can celebrate. And again, / Somali Futurism. I wanted to talk about Somali Futurism. That's a segment that me and a couple of sisters are going to be running on this channel. So watch out for that. We're going to be doing a lot of Somali Futurism. And you already know this is the channel. Wanagi, Wayagi. I didn't find though. I didn't know. Again, fadlan so please, Ramanalka, like Nubadia, Fafia, Shakaraya, Ilahi Bahasin, Hasin, mother nigga. Ila Hasilin to Berian way pot nine. But let me go. What am I doing? Guys, have a look at this one.
shan sana waxaanu ku hayay qabkii Soomaalida la soo celiyay qabkii Soomaalida wuxuu ku soo dhamaaday Twitter gabar Mareykan ay soo qortay tiri war ninkii waxa iska dhiibi karaa qabtaa qabkiina halkaas ku soo dhamaaday horta musalsalkan oo la leeyahay hanti wadaagana barwaaqo keena qabkii Soomaaliyana waa la soo celinayaa oo wax isku wada soo xirnay waayo in saas loo fiiriyo runtii u baahan dhaqan siyaasadeed aad u liito waaye oo ku dhisan kala talisnimo sideeda waxay dhashaa kala irdeynta bulshada ku tumashada xuquuqda muwaadinka waxay kaloo dhashaa ku takrifalka awoodda marka ugu dambeysana kalsoonida dishaa waan lagu kala tagaa dalka sideedaba adduunka waa standard meel kasta joogto kala talisnimo waa saas hadda xaaladda dalka xagee joogtaa xaaladda dalka soo sheegay professor Xasan Sheikh Cali madaxtooyada dhexdeeda xafiiska xukuumadda iyo xafiiska madaxweynihii hore laba ciidan oo iska soo horjeeda wada kor saaran xafiiska ra'iisul wasaare.
Can I ask you, how are your public speaking and presenting skills? Are you 100% confident?
ama xukuumadda ciidanka kor saaran ee ilaalada ka ah ee amaalooda soo arkay iyo kuwa meesha uu ku xareysan yahay odaga xilkiisa dhamaaday farmaajo ah waa iska soo horjeeda madaxtooyada dhexdeeda xabad la isku haystaa horta waxaan u baahanahay taas inaan horta meel saarno golaha wada tagshay qaran la yiri shiro isugu yimid waxaa laga rabaa koow inuu ciidankaas kala qaado horta oo labada nin meesha laga soo saaro sababtoo ah maxamed xuseen rooble waa ra'iisul wasaare xil gaarsiina xilkii dalka uu hayaa shaqadiina dastuur iyo sida la sheegay siyaasad baa isaga loo dhiibay ninkii kalena waa xareysan iyo hadda makri iyo shirqool uu ku maqan yahay labadii ciidanna madaxtooyada isku hor fadhiyaan si loo kala guro waxaa sahlan ninka xilkiisa dhamaaday oo inqilaabka isku dayay oo fashilmay golaha wada tashiga qaran si fiican noo dhageystaan iyo beesha caalamka fariimaha soo diraysa iyo annagaba waa inaan isku raacnaa si nabad filla Soomaaliya dhexdeeda uga dhacdo maaha meel kale nabadda meesha ka dhace si filla Soomaaliya dhexdeeda nabad uga dhacdo oo nabad loogu wada noolaado bahashii filla Soomaaliya dhex taagan tahay ninkaas odayga in laga soo saaraa la rabaa qodobka labaad taliyaasha ciidamada hadle maanta waa fiicantihiin laakiin hadalkiina hal mid ka dhiman inaa iscasishiin waay waxaad u soo taagneedeen weeraradii iyo dagaaladii dalkan ka dhacay qaarkiin hormoodow ka ahay waa ogtihiin qaarkiin shala ugu dambeysay fidnada qayb ka ahaayeen oo dad la mudaaharaada ay hor joogeen ay diidayeen walaalayaalow si aan fariintiina u maqalno iscasila waxaa la magacaabaa taliyaal aan dagaalada qayb ka soo noqonin oo fidnada ka soo qayb gelin midoo professor xashi cali ka sheekeeyey ee boosaaso laga soo bilaabay laakiin Soomaaliya isdaba taxan ragaan ka soo qayb gelin oo saraakiil iyo gabdho saraakiil ah u baahannahay naga hor wareega waa halka labaad markaas waxaan isaga imaanaynaa doorashada sida loo toosinayo sida malxiis loo joojinayo sida oday cali sheegay kursiga la dhacay loo soo celinayo si aan kuraasta 275 qabiilaha iska leh reer hebel iyo jufa hebel la yiraahdaa madaxweyne dowlad goboleed iskama leh ninaa arkaysaa xildhibaan doonaya ama nin siyaasi oo kursi raba ama nin kursi ku fadhiyo difaacanaya elaboorka wuxuu u taagan yahay madaxweyne dowlad goboleed walaalo maxaa u taagantaa kursiga ka rabaa ku leeyahay war kursiga madaxweynaha maale Facebook oo gala xafidahullah madaxweyne hebel oo ku haya maantooda war maxaa ka wadaa kursiga ka rabaa war kursiga qabiilka iskale ma saa iskale
More roofs to repair, more houses to clean, more boilers.
ya Allah saway war waxa waa baashi xad kay dhaaftay mida arkaysa ya nin doctor maalin la hadlo oo PhD holder waxaan ku iri madaxweynaha dowlad goboleedka maalin kasta amaanaysid maxaa ka wadaa kursiga la ka rabaa oo dhahay oo hadda ka soo heshid shaqo ku malihi siyaasadda miya farax murtiile maxuu yiri siyaasadda muufaysi ma ho taas politics of muufaysi la yiraahdaa dalkaana ma anfacdo namana badbaadi karto karaamada iyo dignity-ga iyo sharafta bini aadankana waa qaaday maalin nin saaxiibkayo golaha wasiirada aan ka wada tirsanaa jirnaa arkay Facebook wuxuu soo geliyay farmaajo meelahaas u socda ma aqaan wasaaradda uu furayay beeraha meelaha ma aqaan nin odayo weyn waa Facebook wuxuu soo geliyay sida uu madaxweynaha jidka ku maray taariikhda buugta lagu qori doona isoo amaan elaboorka ii istaag isoo dhaweey ya igu salli ii amaan aniga madaxweynaha dowlad goboleedkana waa ogyahay inay been tahay naftiisa waa ogyahay kii kursi ka soo qaataa si wax dambe elaboor u tegi maayo war waxaa siyaasad maaha hadda waxay maray xataa wiilashan yaroo filla Soomaaliya joogaan la amaana xataa si kursi looga helo war waxaa siyaasad maaha dadnimana maaha waxa waaye farmaajo waa inuu filla Soomaaliya soo baneeyo hadda maxuu soo baneynaa si filla Soomaaliya nabad looga helo ilaa qoriyaha isku hor fadhiyo qoriyaha isku hor taagan filla Soomaaliya laba qoriya iska soo horjeedo waxaan u mahad celinayaa wiilasha madaxtooyada ilaaladeeda kamid ah ee geesiyaalka ah ee maalintii inqilaabka diiday taariikhda meela nooga qoran tihiin waa la yaqaanaa magacyadooda hebel iyo hebel aan u naqaanaa geesiyaalay ahaayeen waxaa kaloo ammaana ugu celinayaa ra'iisul wasaarihii waa diiday xataa maxamed xuseen roble inuu baabuurkii ku tagi jiray xafiis ku tago waa diiday waa lugeeyey kartidaas iyo geesinimadaasna waa ku mahadsan yahay maxaa noo dhiman ninka odayga ah iska soo bixino ra'iisul wasaaraha taladii dalka maalin 24 abriil waa ogtihiin waxaan noola kaga qaaday asagaa lagu wareejiyey wax lagu wareejiyey ma jirin asagana naftiisu hafray annagana waa hafarnay wax lagu wareejiyey ma jirin inaan lagu wareejin habeen dhow 27 December aragnaba marka waxaan u baahannahay markaan odaygana in la soo baxsho oo annaga jayga nala soo dego musharaxiinta meeshay degan dhinac ka soo dego ra'iisul wasaarahana awoodda loo madax banneeyo iyo talada taliyaasha ciidamadana statementigiina waa fiican yahay laakiin waxaa ka dhiman inaa idinkiisa casishiinaa ka dhiman madaxweynayaasha dowlad goboleedyada waa mahadsan yihiin kuwii taageeray ra'iisul wasaaraha kuwa dhuumanayo bannaanka u soo baxa ma la inka yeelaayo dadkan iyo deegaankan aan matalaa wixii 27 December dhacayna waa ka aamusaa ma la iska yeelaayo meel inqarisa ma laha annagana ka yeeli mayno dadka magaaladan joogana ka yeeli maayaan dadka labada dowlad goboleed ee ka tirsan yihiin ka yeeli maayaan mana laga akhrisanaayo ra'iisul wasaaraha ku daba fayla garab istaaga danta qaranka ku jirto danta deegaanka amatashaana ku jirto danta dowladnimada Soomaaliya ku jirto adduunkiya ku daba safane manino adduunku u hiiliya idinku diidaysiin haddaad isleedihiin farmaajo nool farmaajo ma noolo haddaad tihiin jinnigii ka baqaayay nabi Suleymaan oo dhintay oo islaahay waa nool yahay badda ay dhisayeen jinnigi waa fiiriya waa nool yahay isleeyihiin abooraa markii dambe usha hoos ka cunay aboor jinni waxuu tusay inuu nabi Suleymaan dhintay waxaan u baahanahay walaalahan aboorkii tusi lahay farmaajo inuu dhinto
Yes, my brother KS. Salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum, Khalid.
Alaikum.
Alhamdulillah. Happy New Year. MashaAllah. Good to hear your voice.
Good to hear you guys. I've been a bit busy. I wanted to do 2 streams about Bosasa and all of this, but we're going to get into it step by step and what happened in Bosasa. But let's get into it. It's been a crazy year. What did you think of Abdurrahman Shakur right now's last statements?
MashaAllah. I think he's an eloquent speaker. I think, he said it all. He said it all.
He said it all. We've had the pleasure of interviewing him on this channel, by the way, just to let you guys know. We had the pleasure of interviewing him. He was one of the first politicians. Actually, I was surprised he gave me a lot of time, a lot of space. But I didn't know a lot of his background story at that time. A lot more people were like, do you know who he is, Khalid? I was like, no, I don't know who he is. Does that make sense? A lot of guys are like, he's the guy that and I was like, he seemed like a lovely guy. He took his time. And Max is already, I think that's for you. This guy chat shit. I think he's trying to say Abdurrashid or something.
That's Max's point of view. Everyone's got their point of view. But, what counts is what's actually happening on the ground, reality, the most important thing. And I think, Khalid, you're right. It's been a crazy year. I wouldn't even go beyond that. I would say it's been a crazy 4 years. Under Farmaage's tenure. Yeah, it's just been mental. There's a lot of things that happened that, I could never expect in my lifetime. There's been a lot of stuff.
I know. Me and you, we've been outspoken about it. I think one of the main ones that got you really wound up and pissed off, Chaos, is it got me pissed off as well. It was the whole team Hali that really cheesed you off. So a lot's happened.
I just want to say condolences to her family, her mom and dad.
Yeah, same here.
I think they also live in the UK. My dad lives in the UK, and the Crown Tahrir herself was a British Somali. We don't know what happened to that girl. Nobody really knows. She could still be alive. There's rumors that she was tortured to death. She's been raped. They did all kinds of stuff to her, but we don't really know what happened to that girl. And inshallah, I hope soon we're going to find out the truth. I hope she's still alive.
Yes, brother. Double H. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother. Kalhim.
How are you? Alhamdulillah, brother. Sado. Alhamdulillah, wallah.
Warni anuga ciyaartay Cabdiraxmaan Cabdishakuur waa geysay. Waa tuug weynaan.
anu ninka new double H maalin baan su baranay. Big up my brother Hirsi's in the building. KS always blames the. See, this is what people are always trying to say something about you. Diego Maradona said that for you, KS. I'd made, you know what it is? Video got one hele, one kehele when I first saw it. Abdurrahman Shakurna, Malum Bus Somali speaker Sifi Anu Awiye. One of the first Somali politicians, Walla Layal. ما فهمتين. So Sifi Anu Malum Nu Awiye. Bari maxay kula tahay sanadkan? Yeah.
brother banku ma sheegayo ma qashaafta
Hawaan ku maqlaynada.
nimankan horta reerka ka soo jeeda ma garta yeah
Hey.
we don't have an actual politician but a bunch of tuga ma isku timi
Yes.
hadda dhigaysatay Xasan Sheekh Maxamuud wuxuu yiri meetingkaasi joogeen wuxuu yiri farmaajo xawnaagsi inuu isdilo oo ka tago meesha lama tartami karaan
Waay maxay kula tahay ninka maxay la tartami
karaan waa Xasan Sheekh Maxamuud ulbo dhacay hadda Roble prime ministerka hal job baa loo dhiibay xal u dhahay qabo electionka that's his job if you look wadankii markii back head ma garanayo xiligeeda waa I don't know 6-7 months ago.
Sorry. Assalamu alaikum, brother Hashim.
Alaikum salam, brothers. How are you?
I'm alright. Kusi what? Double H.
Yeah, this guy whenever he leaves the country and he comes back and he meets and he does something on it. He went to Kenya, he went to the UK, he went to Djibouti. Every time he comes back, he's a different guy.
Who, Roble?
Yeah.
Now,
a week ago, apparently he stole some land on it.
I do it.
There's no evidence for that. It's just
there is evidence. One of his key and the guy and Gobe Malaniki or Nisa, that guy even admitted it.
What do you mean, Nisa? What's you mean the guy, the military
guy, the head of Nisa, one Hassan Sheikh Mohammed was there, man. Gobe. That guy admitted.
Are you sure? No, you never said that. Gobe said there's no evidence.
Listen to
That's not rubbish, man. You're talking about the other guy.
Listen to the video, man. I think don't bother.
Sure, okay.
Hood. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Barra Hirsi walaalo madax sare nin land dheere oo boqoran u soo galay saadho walaalo.
Wado hey.
Nimankana imika soo haysa double H if you have a link put in the private chat and we can play the video. Kusi wad aad kusi soco. Double H Double H wuxuu yidhi HH wuxuu yidhi Robla laftigiisa tuugnimo lagu qabtay
caddeena lagu hayaa. There's evidence, there's proof, there's witness, there's everything.
Okay, show us the evidence. Send it to the link.
Wallah, there were took.
And Robin, correct?
He's the Prime Minister, Hashim. Go ahead, Wallah.
No, I just wanted to figure that out. My bad.
Yeah. He was. He still is, but I think there's a lot of mix-up going on, and we're not quite sure. We're not quite sure what sheekada dhacday, so we don't like to jump to conclusions. But waxa leeyahay ninkani xoolo dawladda ka dhacay ma dabba.
Waa fake.
Like livestock.
They're lying. Because what happened was Formaggio was behind it. Some general, I think it's Aidan Kabando or something. He came out and accused Prime Minister Roble of stealing land. And then what happened was they did an investigation. They found out there was no evidence. And that guy himself lost his job. That guy, even Formaggio after that guy to be sacked. But Formaggio tried to cover up his tracks when they tried to find out he was behind it. So even that guy lost his job. So there's no evidence. These people, if you got any evidence, please send it to the link and we'll listen to it. You know, you can't just be accusing people of false stuff.
Let me ask you, KS, let me ask you something. Question. Let me ask you something. Who's the president of Somalia right now at this moment?
Nobody.
What do you mean nobody? There is a president.
Actually, you're right. Roble, he's the president. He's the prime minister.
No, he's an
He's in charge now.
anointed prime minister for the time being until
No,
a
excuse me.
government is created.
Farmacia himself
Until the
said
election.
he handed all of. Farmacia himself said he handed all of his powers to PM Roble to ensure free and fair elections take place. So this is what Farmacia said. I didn't say this. Farmacia said this. I'm sure all of you heard about this. This is 8 months ago when Farmacia said he's going to hand over security and the election process to PM Roble. And we even have the international community.
How can you give all that power to someone that you cannot even trust, who's taken away the land from the government's land, like the askarta oo xeebta askarta badda dhulkoodu boobaya oo dhisanaya.
Bro, show us the evidence. I can't make a lie about you. Where's the evidence? Even that military officer that made that false accusation against Roble, he lost his job. If he was telling the truth, he would not have lost his job. Even for Marshall asked for him to be sacked. So you have no show us the evidence. Well, all of us will be happy to watch it if you have evidence, but you don't. You're just that's all you got. You're just trying to use that.
Yeah, but that was the reason. That was the reason Formaggio wanted to fire Prime Minister Roble.
Thank you. That was the excuse, fake excuse, Formaggio was trying to do a coup on somebody.
And another excuse, which was he was given 14 months to complete the election. The way there was a deal, 2017 September something. There was a deal last year that happened, and Prime Minister Roble was given the opportunity to make that happen. But he delayed it so much. In fact, he didn't even just delay it. He corrupted people, like him and his government were doing, him and his team were doing. Whoever wants to become a member of parliament or aqalka hoose is senatory, they have to pay. Some of them will refuse to even be part of it, and some of them waxaa mataqaana lacag oo waxaa laga qaaday oo xoog laga qaaday. If there's money and you can buy your seat, then no proper government is going to come. So Roble wanted a corrupted government, and Formaggio does not want a corrupted government. He wants a one-man, one vote, where anyone can become a president, like anyone with the potential or with a good idea. Marka Roble tuug waaye asaga iyo dadka marka inuu ka dambeeyo. Formaggio waa ninkii
Can I talk for 1 second before you give me a lecture? Roble has no motive to do elections because he's not running to be president. Formaggio's the one running to be president.
Okay, then, but he's being used. He's being used. He's like a puppet. He's a puppet. Wallo bahdo puppet ahaan lahaa oo shisheeye ajaanib maba markaas waxa badii lahayn awood naga sareysa ninkan wadato. Laakiin puppet Somalia wadato oo qabiilista. Look how low that is.
Stop shouting, man. Let's have a conversation, man. Stop shouting. Stop being so defensive. Let's have a conversation, yeah. Like two adults.
It's the fact what I'm saying. I'm not just shouting.
The only mistake Roble did was
he's like me.
Hey,
He's like
Roble
me. He's not yelling.
Hey,
Roble thought that Formaggio is a normal human being, but alhamdulillah now Roble sees after Formaggio's failed coup attempt that this guy is not a human being. He has been in office already illegally for 1 year. I think the people in the Mogadishu have had enough. The Somali people have had enough. He recently tried to do
watch. Okay.
Formaggio called for. I think it was 2 days ago. Formaggio said that he sacked the prime minister. He doesn't have no authority or no power to sack the prime minister.
But he appointed him first, so he can, of course.
Listen to me. We're talking about the Somali constitution, not something you made up. So Formaggio has no authority to write a letter and say that he sacked the prime minister. It doesn't work like that. Number two, Formaggio said he's going to take over the election process and that he's going to be in charge. And he said he's going to have a national meeting with the former parliament speaker, Musul. That failed too. Who went to Formaggio's meeting? Wait, who went to Formaggio's meeting? Nobody. But who went to Roble's meeting? Who's coming to Roble's meeting? Everybody's coming to Roble's meeting.
Okay. Now, So basically, everything you're saying, you just telling me and showing me that how much you support Roble. Okay, let me show you how blindly you're supporting him.
Bro. I'm telling you what's happening.
Let me show
now.
you. Let me
I'm
just
telling
show
right
you
now.
how blindly you're following Roble.
Let me show you the reality.
Roble, wallahi, to be honest, I don't blame him at all. I don't blame him even
get
one bit.
emotional, bro, man. This is the reality.
I respect
You
the
just
guy.
wanna make
At
up
least
your
he
dream world.
took this. No, you know what? At least he took this position. I mean, he accepted it. He's doing a national job. wuxuu qabanayaa Somali idil buu shaqo u qabanayaa. Taas darteed waan ku xishmeynaane maadaama ra'iisul wasaare uu yahay. Laakiin wuxuu ku socdaa shidaalka uu ku socdo iyo taageeradiisa. Waxaa fiirisaa. What you need to see is the people that are following him and supporting him.
No, please, bro.
You don't even want to. Hey, question kan maxaa soo daa?
Okay, is Roble still the Prime Minister of Somalia? Yes or no?
Yes, of course he is.
Okay, what did Farmacha say? Farmacha said he sacked Roble.
Nice, it's suspended.
Yeah, he was because he couldn't finish the job that he was given. I mean, the guy was corrupted. No, him. I don't want to blame him, Roble, but I'm blaming the people that asaga oo wato xulifada oo wato oo dadka siraayan ka aqli badanoyin. Nimankan Abshakur nimankan la yiraahdo laadirintan qabiilistayaasha oo corruption ka markino xalaaleystay. Nimankaas ma aragtaa ay isticmaalu waxay isticmaalayeen Roble. Don't you see that?
You guys pause for a second. Like let's let one person talk at a time. Like I can barely hear what you guys are saying.
So the reason why I'm saying
I told him the truth. Okay. I said to him, ask him a question. Yeah, I said to him, is Roble still the Prime Minister?
Ask your question.
Yes. He is the Prime Minister of Somalia at the moment. We don't have another Prime Minister. You happy with that?
Why is there a Prime Minister and a President?
What did Farmacha say? Farmacha said, I sacked Roble. He's no longer going to be in charge of the election process. I'm gonna be in charge. But what happened? The international community said, no. They said to Farmacha, no, you're just a candidate. You're no longer the president of Somalia. You have no authority in the election process.
This is why I hate people who are running after the international community. It's our country, man. We need to have the last say.
Wait, the money we get
community, fuck them, man. What are they gonna do for you? In fact, waxay kugu abuurayaan disease, waxay kugu abuurayaan corruption, waxay kugu abuurayaan taqaana inaad iskala qaybisaan iyo qabiil. Come on, man.
You're acting like we don't rely on this.
Iskala weynaaw dadka kale.
Ida. Keith, you know the last parliament session, yeah, marka Farmaajo parliament ka tagay Roble waxa loo dhiibay to hold the election. That was his power. The security and the election. That was his power. Farmaajo ka baxay. Then what happened?
Farhu ka qaaday.
Farmaajo had
why did he hold the election?
Farmaajo had 4 years to make sure free and fair elections
Prime
take place.
Minister
He failed. Farmaajo failed his
Let
job.
me teach you what a government really means. Let me teach you what a government really means. Okay, the reason why Khair Omar Kano lo azili waha because Khair he wanted behind the curtain election no azurrabe. Khair is the previous prime minister before Roble.
Okay.
So Khair wanted the normalized election, which is behind the curtain, which you can pay certain people, like 20 people, 30 people come together, 200 people max, and you pay them how much you want, because the lesser people that are doing the election, the enough money that you can pay, basically. If it is the whole of Somalia, which is 50 million, then you can't bribe everyone to vote for you. But the reason why these people want behind the curtain is because there's lesser people and it's easily bribed. Easily you can influence them and you can buy them. That's the truth, man. I dare you come up with another one. You don't want to one man, one vote. No one wants these corruption people, man. These blood-sucking ladirinta.
Let me make my point, bro. Let me make my point. I've been listening to you for a second. The fact is, Farmaajo has failed to do his job. He has failed to carry out free and fair elections, which all Somali parties have agreed upon. Roble is actually picking up Farmaajo's mess and trying to carry out free and fair elections. But we have a thug called Farmaajo who tried to do a coup on the Somali government, which has failed. We have the cabinet, the Somali cabinet, all the ministers denouncing Farmacho and his failed coup. And
Okay.
alhamdulillah, Prime Minister Roble is going to
كيسو waxaan rabaa inaan fahansiiyo saxawo adoonan qabiil ku qaadin kolle waxaan u moodaa waxaan u malayaa adiga maaragtay
That's what you got, bro. When I speak facts to you, you go to Qabil. I haven't said Qabil. I'm using facts, bro.
Because everything you're saying, yeah, is with the emotion of tribalism. Hey.
KS,
I'm telling you,
how can the
Prime
president?
Minister.
Go ahead, bro. If you're the president, how can you do a coup if you're the president?
Listen to me. Farmacho tried to stop PM Roble from going to his office. He brought soldiers.
Bro, you said
he
said he done a coup. How can you do a coup?
Can I answer the question? He brought Farmacho sent troops, the Red Berets. He sent the Red Berets to the Prime Minister's office, asked all the staff to leave the office, and they closed the door. What did Prime Minister Roble do? He said, "What did that idiot do? Did that idiot try to do a coup?" PM Roble, he walked to the office. With his fellow ministers. They went in. The troops were sent. Even the troops were sent away. Alhamdulillah. It was a failed coup. It did not happen. And the cabinet and the whole Somali government, they denounced it. The international community denounced it. We have the US.
Can I explain one thing, please? Like without interruption, Case, please, yeah. Let me explain what a government means. Okay. Madaxweynaha shicibka markay doortaan, he is commander in chief. Asaga ciidanka awood asaga iska leh, asaga awoodaas iska leh. Wasaaraddu uu rabana asaga la imaanayo. That's first thing. Awoodihiisan ku tusaa. So he's the guy who last order of military marking ay ka qaadanayan, like chain of command, it starts from the president first. It does not start from a prime minister, but it starts from a president. Secondly, a prime minister's job is he is being anointed or appointed by the president, whoever is the president. The president builds a government by starting the first minister, who is the prime minister. So he tells him, listen, minister, I'm going to appoint you as a prime minister of our government, and I want you to bring people together. Let me finish, please, without interruption, man. Let me just finish.
From after president, he's already been.
Let me just explain to you. Akhuya,
you're giving me a lecture, bro. Get the point to me.
Wait, man, because this president, he promised the Somali people a one man, one vote in 4 years.
He's not a president. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah. I'm starting from the beginning. Just listen. I'm starting.
Let him explain.
Let me just explain without interruption. So he appoints a prime minister and he tells him, listen, I will need you to start or create ministers that will work and help me and make the next election one man, one vote. Where you were, Marka? The first prime minister, Hassan Ali Khairi, mashallah, he was good. He created good ministers. Every minister's office was working. There was no musuq. Wait, man, let me just finish. So everyone was not doing no. Wait, then. Waxaa yaraaday musuqmaasuqa yaraaday ciidankiyaa la dhisay dowladdii waxay noqotay dowlad xoog leh yeelatay awoodeedii hadalkeedii caziimadeeda soo noqotay sukhe marka when the prime minister said electionka waqtigeedu ku dhacaya, which he meant, and there was no way that he could do a one man one vote. So wuxuu dhahay tii waxaa dhacaysa oo behind the curtain ahead, that everyone can be easily corrupted. Ninkan hal sana u dhiman marka madaxweyne Farmaajo waqtigiisa. He's got 1 year left. He has to appoint a prime minister who can make the one man one vote happen, not the one behind the curtain. Nikana yimid Roble. Roble does not know nothing about prime minister. He does not know nothing about what a government is, because he's being appointed familkiisa, reerkiisa. waxaan taqaana madaxweynaha dhunta waxaan taqaana waxay ku noqdeen laf dhungashay ku noqdeen. So waa loo doortay, no problem. waxaa la hasceebeenina waxaan rabaa one man one vote aan rabaa haddaysan ahayn kii September 27 September 2020 the deal that me and the Somali states these goboladan oo dealka aan isla galnay in markano magaalo walba 300 people laga keenayo oo electionka suubiyaan taas taa markano you have to make that happen at least this guy he's taking 14 weeks no not even 14 weeks he's taking 14 months. He's taken 14 months delaying so many members of parliament to even be elected as members of parliament. Some of them had to pay a lot of money. So tell me why who's holding back? Who's holding back the government? Who's holding back the election? How is it Farmajo? It's not his job, it's his government's job.
It is his job.
It's the Prime Minister's job to make a one-man, one-vote or the election happen as soon as possible. The guy was delaying, man, and now all the blame, he knows. Oh my God.
We're having a discussion, yeah?
So basically, now you understand at least, innit?
Wait. I didn't look.
Do you understand now where I'm coming from? Like, what?
Let me answer that. Farmajo has been in office for 5 years and he has failed to carry out free and fair elections. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, the previous president, has done that. And he lost the elections. Sheikh Sharif has done that. He has managed to carry out free and fair elections.
Bent the Chuchi.
That's the truth.
Sharif had the extra one year.
When Farmajo won the elections, when Farmajo won the elections in 2017, he had an army with him. He didn't have a police. No, all he had was his boss. And he managed to win. That shows you it was free and fair elections.
No, it wasn't.
So what I'm trying to say, the PM, the Prime Minister...
It wasn't a free and fair election, man. He was still behind the curtain. Did you vote for him? No, you did not. I didn't vote for him. No one voted for him. How can you say it's a free and fair election? Who voted for him? Who elected him to be president? I did not. You didn't. Nor did your father or your forefather. I'm 100% sure, KS, I'm 100% sure the next election, the next president is Kadaf Adiga. Skadaf aabahaada 10 qof maxaa 100 qof oo adigu ugu heerarsan hata madaxweynaha soo socda
Let me tell you something.
Until one vote comes, there's no fair free election, man. So you don't want that because you and your Robler team don't want the one man, one vote. You don't want the one behind the curtain, which you guys can corrupt and influence people. Stuff for
Are you doing election, bro? Farmajo was elected in 2017. He had nothing. He had no money. All he had was his warsaw, and he won. That was a free and fair process. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud had an army with him. He had the police, but he didn't use the state apparatus against Farmajo. Farmajo won, and it wasn't Farmajo. Not even from Mogadishu. He doesn't even have local backing, but he managed to. That's how free and fair it was. But now we have a guy who's a wannabe dictator.
Don't believe that to be a free and fair election. If you did not even...
How did Farmajo win in 2017 then?
Did you vote for him?
Got nothing.
Did you vote for him?
Somali lawmakers voted for him. Who
are the lawmakers? nimankan oo qabiilistayaasha oo caloosha weyn oo maaragta laadiriinta oo markano xaaraanta cunay oo tuugada oo qabiil ku socdo aad doorteen anaga maana dooran masaakiinta kulligeen maana doorto waa ma
I remember when Farmajo was elected in 2017 everyone in Mogadishu came out.
Everyone in Mogadishu, everyone in the Somali people all over the world came out, man.
This is the truth. Everybody knows that. Not just Mogadishu. Every city in Somalia and every villages that were coming out.
So what do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean actually? Like, the fact that he was celebrated when he, I mean, waxaa dhahaysaa moogta waa loo dabaaldegay banaanka u soo baxeen. Macnaha rabaa inaan fahmo.
In 2017, the elections were free. Farmajo came, he campaigned. People believed in his lies. They all came out. Everyone was saying Farmajo gay.
Waxaan ku weydiiyey su'aalniyo.
He had police, he had the media, he couldn't use it against
kursiga iyo xukunka iyo jagada macnaha yaa iskale hal qabiila iskale micneed maxaa ka wadaa waa la soo dhaweeyey dadku way taageereen.
I'm spitting facts, man. What I'm trying to say is PM Roblet and the Somali people, especially around Mogadishu, I just want to shout out around Mogadishu. You guys have shown great patience for making sure that there's no conflict in Mogadishu because of this wannabe dictator. May Allah bless you guys. Inshallah, you guys are going to be victorious. This guy's got nothing now. It's only going to be a matter of few days. Inshallah.
Who are you? Are you from Galmudug people, yeah?
I'm from Mogadishu, bro.
Then why are you talking like as if you're standing outside and you're praying for Real
Because I'm not there now, am I? But those are my people. I just want to rep out my people. I just want to say, mashallah.
I remember
Allah
once you
reward
told me.
guys.
I remember once you said that you're from Gulmudug people.
I got a question.
I'm from everywhere. I got family everywhere, bro. But I got Mogadishu is my home, innit? That's why I'm born in.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Whoever has a question.
Who gets to choose? Who gets to vote for the president if it's not one man?
Exactly. Thank you very much for asking that question.
I just want to know who gets to vote. Like, where these
I don't know about that. I'm not a specialist, but I just want to say, alhamdulillah. You know, I just want to say the coup from Archer's coup has failed. Alhamdulillah, it never succeeded.
So, Framaja had a coup. When was this?
He tried to do a military.
He's the president. How can he have a coup?
He's the president, bro, man. Are you crazy? He's not the president. You can't move on. What's wrong with you people, man?
He's still in the president office, man.
He's not the president.
About a year ago.
He's already had 1 year extra.
1 second. About a year ago, didn't Framaja
Let me kids. Let me tell you, kids. I think let me tell you the real world, yeah. The person who's got the real power now is PM Robley. He's in charge. And you know the police are behind him. Alhamdulillah,
no, he's not. Wallah, you lying.
And the army's behind him. The international community is behind him. Alhamdulillah, and even the cabinet. Yes, the cabinet is behind him.
I thought Roble was caught with treason and corruption.
He has no power.
Are you still propagating that lies? It's not going to flow. No one. Okay, show us the evidence, ain't it? Show us the evidence where you claim Roble did this and that. I don't see nothing. All I hear is the words, ain't it? But alhamdulillah, I just want to say, I'm sorry. I just want to say, Real Mogadishu have to be careful. This guy, he wants to destroy Mogadishu.
I'm from
that's the last thing he's trying to hope for. That there's a conflict in Mogadishu. Like you know what Siad Barre did in 1991. Siad Barre
everyone you think like a Siad Barre, man. It's not like Siad Barre, brother. Siad Barre was a proper general. He was a dictator, that guy.
So what Framaja and his advisors are trying to do now is they're trying to burn Mogadishu to the ground. I think that's the last threat they got against the Somali people.
Why are you scared? Why are you scared from someone who wants to make Somalia great again? He wants one man, one vote. He wants you to have a voice.
He wants you. We need change.
Either.
That's what you.
He wants you to vote, man.
Okay, inshallah, he can take part in the elections, and if he wins, we'll see. I doubt he's going to win. Go on ahead. Go ahead.
Well, if you go back to Hassan Shah when he was president, yeah, this man said to the troops, the military, he said, if you don't want $100 that comes every 3 months, you can go back to your mother's house. And look the difference now. This guy again said, I'm not one of those people that believe Somalia to be a strong country, strong military. You know, he wants to go around and sujood for everyone. Magarat.
Okay, that's your opinion. Wait, tell me your points. Come on, what's your point? Look the
difference. Look the
difference. Look at Somalia now. Al-Shabaab has become come on, spit facts with me. What is your point? Say those.
Look the difference. What's your point? 2015, what Hamad said right now.
Bro, Al-Shabaab have grown stronger. Corruption is worse.
How?
Wait, let me tell you something. Framaja has destroyed Somali. Because I remember when he was elected in 2017, he had people from different communities, different clans supporting him.
Somali, he didn't destroy Somali. What he destroyed was Moria Nimo.
What do you mean? That's what you call saying it. But I think the most
Hassan
can Framaja go to Garowe? Can Framaja go to Hargeisa? I accept nobody like Framaja. It was Real Mogadishu that took the risk. That said, we're going to.
He doesn't have to go to Hargeisa.
Hargeisa ain't that dumb, man.
He doesn't have to go to Hargeisa.
How the hell is that? We had a meeting yesterday in Toyota announcing Farmajo. He's got no power, man. This guy's got no power. Where's his power?
Okay. Why do you want Roblet to be the president? Like, power. Why do you want him to have a power?
I just want Roblet. I'm not saying Roblet. I'm not saying I want Roblet to have power. Roblet does have power.
Do you have anyone?
This is not what I want. I'm talking about reality. Roblet,
okay, do we?
Inshallah, we're gonna have free and fair elections.
Who do you want to be the president?
Who do you want to be a president? Someone who's better than Farmajo today. So if you don't have anyone, then why do you want Farmajo to lose his presidency then? At least it's the best that we have now.
That's what you think, man. But that's your opinion. But I think everyone would disagree on that.
Everyone said it, bro. Everyone was praising Farmajo's government, bro. The whole world, man. America, Turkey, and Europe, then Africa, then and Arab, everyone was praising the Somali and Farmajo's government. What about the ones before that?
They were trash.
They were trash, man. They were corrupted.
That's your opinion, bro. That's what you believe. A lot of people would disagree. I would disagree.
It was clearly evident over the past 30 years that the government has done fuck all until Farmajo took power.
Okay, well, tell me one thing.
Like the government has done fuck all.
Tell me one thing Farmajo has done.
One thing, Farmajo rebuilt the whole army.
Wait, not just the army, the Somali airline. How are the Somali so any?
What army does Farmajo have? We have the guy current in Mogadishu right now, in central Mogadishu.
KS سكبل نيو هوي ما تأذي ميا هكو هذا اللغة هوية KS don't speak don't هكو هذا اللغة هوية هكو هذا اللغة صومالية كو هذا سببت أدي دنتي دولة دان محيتي
حرسي
if you want Dawlad to support Roble, Farmajo, he's just a civilian now. He's like anyone. He's already had. We already gave.
No, he's not.
Okay, what powers does he have? Tell me. Anything from us,
bro. The Constitution says on that. Constitution, come on.
The Constitution, man. The Constitution says 4 years.
You don't believe in the Constitution.
This guy's only been here for 5 years, man.
You don't believe in the Constitution, man.
Bro, before Farmajo, I couldn't find the Constitution. We were not even. It was like how the Catholic Church was. The Catholic Church, what they used to do was, Wait, man. You know what they used to do, What they used to do was the priests could only read the Bibles, but the normal people could not read the Bible. That's how it was before Farmajo. Before Farmajo, we were not even allowed to see what the Constitution was saying.
Nonsense, man. That's nonsense, bro.
What do you mean nonsense? This is the moment right now. I'm just seeing a Somali government website. I'm seeing a Somali constitution. I'm seeing a Somali ambassador. I'm seeing Somali embassies.
Wake up, bro. Wake up from your dream, man. Wake up from your dream. You're talking about opinion. Let me speak some facts to you, Farmajo Roble runs things now.
أفجنبي كلها أفجنبي شيء إنه سمعت إني والو أزلي قبلني يا باشا وهو قبلنا ذينه.
Guys, okay. I want to welcome the new brother Ali.
Ali, welcome.
Thank you.
So, what's your take on the debate so far?
Wallah, I just came in quite late. I'm very honored to be on your platform. Thank you for welcoming me. What's my take on this? Farmajo, he's the best president since the Civil War. That's an undeniable fact, right? Farmajo has done more in 4 years than the two of his predecessors put together, and that's a fact. So the only thing I would criticize with Farmajo is the lack of award or the lack of power he has over regions, but that's not really his fault. That's not his fault. Everyone has clan loyalty. That's the thing. That's not his fault.
He's got no power from us. He's got no power, man. My brother here just pointed out
because of clan loyalty.
Yeah, there's clan loyalty.
No. Listen,
everyone's loyal to their own clan.
Some brother said someone from us built an army. I said, what army?
Let's be honest.
In the year I lived in Mogadishu, there was no such thing as an army. All that was going down was pure bombings. You'd see the policemen literally doing jihad on the corners. Once Farmajo took control, none of that is evident.
Nonsense,
literally
man.
have a
There's daily
military
bombings
patrolling
in
the roads,
Mogadishu,
bro.
man.
Like dead ass, you have a military full-time patrolling the
That's
roads.
your opinion, bro.
It's not my opinion. It's
But
what I saw in my own
alhamdulillah, I just
goddamn.
want to say
Actually, it
this
is
guy
my
from
opinion.
Archer looks like he's done.
It's what I actually saw that
Looks
wallahi,
like
but
he's
I
looking
saw
through.
that too wallahi.
Bro,
Laaluush
Mogadishu was a
dadka
dangerous
isbaarada
place, bro. I'm
istaajin
not
jireen
gonna
waxay
lie
ku
to you. Up
leeyihiin
until Farmajo took control.
From Archer, I don't know, man. If From Archer really took control and if he really brought real security and if he got rid of Al Shabaab, then I would be the first one supporting him. But this guy has failed in
Is
security.
that his
There's
fault?
daily bombings in Mogadishu. People getting
But can we blame
assassinated.
him for not
So
having
I
power?
can't support him on that point.
But everyone's clan loyalty, though. Everyone's loyal to their own clan, and in
What clan
each
is
region,
Farmajo from?
What do you mean? How are people? Wait, From Archer's not even from Mogadishu, and he got elected mostly by all Somali, especially
historically, no
around
matter
Mogadishu.
He got elected.
He is
He was
more
born there,
reer
yeah.
Muqdisho
He
than
was
you.
born there, Neho.
He is
He
more
was born
Muqdisho
there.
than
He's
you.
not
He's
real
reer
Mogadishu,
Waaberi
man.
asal reer Hamarawi.
I doubt that, man. I
but he
don't think
did
there's
grow up in
evidence of that.
He
Hammer.
I've
was
seen a
born
lot
in
of
Wabri,
The guy
He
was
was born
born
there.
and raised
fabricating
there,
that.
man. He studied there. His
I
family
mean,
were there.
he
Everyone was
wasn't
there,
born in
man.
Mogadishu, man. I heard he wasn't born in Mogadishu. I heard he was born in Badia somewhere else.
Nah, he was born in Wabri, Neho. Wala yaqaan.
He wasn't.
Reer
Where's the
Waaberi
evidence? Show me it.
xaafadiisa waa la yaqaanaa.
That's what you claim. Show me the evidence, ain't it? Show me the certificate.
Ninkan
That's what I'm
Geneva
trying to
ahay
do,
ninkan.
bro. Wallahi.
Sacaw
Shaydaanka iska
kees
har Neho. Geneva ku xir.
niyo shaydaanka
Wait,
oo qabiilka
from
taajka
Archer
ku
is
xiraa iska xir.
finished. From Archer is finished. I just want to say, wallahi, Rome Mogadishu, they're so happy now. People feel free. People see some hope, man.
No, we're
It's
scared
hating, man.
now, bro.
Wallahi,
We're
man.
scared of these
Wallahi,
corruption Morian.
wallahi.
They're gonna come back now
Wallahi,
with their jad.
maanta
Ayagoo
Mogadishu
afkooda jad ka buuxo
is
qoryo
under Rome
haystaan oo u
Mogadishu, bro.
malaynaysid qaxarka wejigooda ka
Wait, if
muuqato
you like
oo
from Archer,
laa
go take
ilaaha
it to
ila
where you're
allahu
from, man.
maxamed
We're
rasuulullah
pushing
hadda
fast, man.
bilaabanaysa jiingadaha iyo qabuuraha in la faqdo.
Nothing's gonna happen, bro, man. Mogadishu is gonna be peaceful, alhamdulillah. That's why. This is why I point out these people. Yeah, they're now wishing that Mogadishu burns to the ground just because from Archer, has lost face. Just because from Archer has no longer has powers. They're hoping for bad luck to happen to Mogadishu, which is pretty sad because Royal Mogadishu were the ones.
I want to know how much they got paid to block Farmajo, man. I want to know these Morians
No
how
one
much they
pays
got
for
paid.
Archer.
Like, inshallah, one time when Somali becomes when Somali becomes like strong enough and free, wallahi ben mukusheega, there's gonna be so many people on court. A lot of people are gonna be going.
Keep dreaming, bro. You know what? I don't think Royal Mogadishu would never ever make the same mistake of welcoming someone like Farmajo, bro. We're never never do that. I think a lot of people now are working up. A lot of people see the reality. You guys are not even from Mogadishu, man. I know that for a fact. The way you're hating. I can feel that. I don't know, but that's what I think, man. Because all this hate you got from. Why are you hating on Mogadishu, man? They were the ones who welcomed this guy. But this guy abused them, man.
Yeah.
You were born over guys, so what? That's what from Archer claims. But you got hatred from Mogadishu. That's what I get, man. You should be happy for Mogadishu. They won free and fair elections, ain't it? Why are you wishing for war just because from Archer?
Why is everyone? You know one thing I realized here. Everyone is claiming Red Hammer. Why is everyone claiming Red Hammer?
If from Archer had backing from Red Hammer, he would be untouchable. But I think remember
Case. Back in February, back in February, yaa wadada xirxiraya yaa hol wadaag reerkayga ka soo jeedo ma garata
reerkayga has closed all the roads in Mogadishu. He has destroyed the business.
wadada yaa ciida ku shubay wadayaasha ciida ku shubay.
Yesterday there was a cab driver who got killed by the Somali police in Mogadishu, and this guy was a graduate. Speak up, bro, man.
Well, like I think you know what, yeah. You know what? One thing I support Roble. Roble, wallah, he's clean. Okay, I understand that. But one thing he does not know. He does not know. Yeah, why?
Yeah. Roble.
ما هذا Roble مسكين هو وحام دقنا waagii oo markano farmaajo madaxweynaha uu noqonay it was about waxaa la mogtay within 100 days you have to create your government toban beri I don't know how many days but it took him some time to appoint the prime minister yaa irda maalin walba taagnaa mataqaana oo madaxa markano oo dhibayay oo dhahay we have to get the prime minister it has to be from our clan it has to be from our clan habar gidir ahayd Wallahi billahi, now's the chance and they can't even make it for 14 months or how is it still delaying it, man. Come on, guys. Miskin kan markano siyasad garanaynin waxaa mataqaana
Hersi
come on,
wuxuu yiri
guys.
ma garanaysaa someone sida wuxuu yiri haddaa doorashada qabto I'll be out of job.
Oh,
you guys, I love you guys. You guys hold real miskin. Who's the real miskin? Farmaajo is the real miskin, man.
Farmaajo
He's got bad
wallahi farmaajo qabiilku muusan imaanin qabiilkiisa tama maalgelinin asaga wuxuu isku heeraariyay Soomaali idil laakiin nimankan ka soo jeedo kulligooda qabiilistayaal waaniyo have you not seen gada waxa way okay way sugiya sababtan ku fahansiina hay noo sheeg
gada waxa qabta Mareykanka degan.
Okay, I'll tell you what. During the election process, Ahmed Mabouba said he wanted to be in charge.
It's covered that.
No, Farmaajo said, hell no. He said, these are my people. You're not from Gedo. You're from this tribe. You're not from my tribe. I'm going to be in charge of Gedo.
Oh my God! Do you know the people that went there? Do you know the military people that went there?
I'm the president of Jubaland. How could you get involved in my state? So that shows you how tribalistic
Kenyaati dadkaas waxa diyaarada inay u soo qaateen waxa mataqaanaa antaynooyinkii hormuudi wixii dhan laga burburiyay magaalada wadankay soo galeen xuduudii ay soo tilaabsadeen oo wiliba waxa mataqaanaa waxay hubeynayeen nin xun oo laadir oo qabiilkiisa ka soo jeedo wiliba.
Wait, why are you one-sided for? What did Farmaajo do to Ray Baydaba? He used Ethiopian troops to kill Somali civilians in broad daylight. Yes, that happened. Are you trying to deny that now? So you think about Baydaba. Farmaajo used Ethiopian troops to slaughter the population of Baydaba. So he left like a guy can become the president of South State. This happened. This is documented. Yeah, Allah, we're going to take Farmaajo to court in the future to that. Innocent people that got killed.
But listen. Who do you think is a better candidate?
I'm talking about facts, man.
Who do you think is a better candidate?
Farmaajo was the one who handed what's his name? What's his name? The Somali guy to Ethiopia.
Yeah.
But who do you think is a better candidate than Farmaajo?
What?
Who do you think is a better candidate than Farmaajo? I don't think there's anyone better than him right now.
Anyone better than Farmaajo?
Yeah.
Anyone.
You got
anyone of us here.
Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, Abdurrahman Abdul
ani hadii oo Farmaajo uu noqon waayo haduu Farmaajo madaxweyne noqon waayo my second option would be Hassan Ali Khaire.
Oh no, Nikas what took, bro. The guy with Nikas konton milyan balasi waxa la dhahay election qabo lacagtu cunay lacagtaasna dulku gatay ka waran. So I will never vote for this guy. What took siyaasan ma yaqaano. I don't want to be a Kabilist.
Wait, that's a contradiction, man, because Farmaajo is the biggest too, man. He's like,
how is he a Kabilist? Bro, listen.
You know, it's time for horta qabiilada markana madaxweynaha noqonay Semberi waxa way ama wahwi ama wadaarod. Why not Rahawen? Why not Somalida kale? Why not the people from Waqooyi meeshan la yiraahdo Isaaq? Why not people from that kan oo xamar cadcadka? Why not Somalida or Somali Bantuda? Are they not also Somali, those people? Maybe they have they have potential life. They know the Somali-ness more than you lot, man.
What do you mean you lot? I don't understand that. What does that mean, you lot? You don't even know who I am.
Yes, Bashir. Salam to
There's an echo. There's a loud echo in the background. I don't know who it is.
Someone mute your mic. Hirsi, is it you?
I'm talking now, is it?
Yeah, I think it's Hirsi.
Yeah, there's a loud echo in your background, Sad. Check that
out. How's it now? How about now?
Change your headset.
Yeah, stop.
Still there.
Try
It's
the
still
headset.
there.
Or take the headset off.
Okay. Let me.
Headset, Kaskan.
Here's the question: how many candidates
Yeah,
are there?
perfect.
So
Alright,
I
good.
think you have Abdullahi Dini. You
One.
have some of the predecessors, Ahmed Sheikh and Mohammed
Like
Sharif.
previous presidents?
Yeah, previous presidents. I don't
How
know.
many times are they allowed to run for power?
Yeah, I don't know his name. I think it's Mohammed Sharif or Mohammed Sheikh, and you have the other one, Ahmed Sheikh, as well. They
So
have
there's
very
only
similar
three.
names. There's
Oh,
one.
you mean Sheikh Sharif, Sheikh Ahmed?
Yeah. So Farmajo's predecessor, he's also running for president. The one that got elected in 2012 till 2017 or 2016, and then you have the other one before that, the one with the Qafid, after the government was re-established.
Oh yeah, you mean the one before Farmajo was Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud,
the
and the one before Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud was Sheikh Sharif.
Yes, Sheikh Sharif.
And they're
He's also
both trying to
running
rerun for power.
And you have Denny as well. But taking account the other one, what's his name? Mohammed Sharif. This guy, he sold 400 girls to Arab men. 400
Hassan Sheikh Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud.
Yeah, Hassan
sold
Sheikh.
what?
My bad. Mohammed Hassan Sheikh.
What do you mean? What do you mean he sold them? He sent them as
Is there
mates to
evidence of
work
this?
there.
But they
Yeah,
were not
wallahi
happy
billah.
though.
He
They
did
were not
actually.
getting paid.
Farmajo sent Somali soldiers to fight in the war in Ethiopia, Tigray. We have
What are they
hundreds
coming
of
back?
Muslims.
They're coming back. They're coming
Inshallah,
back.
we're going to take support.
It's Deji. They're coming
That's
back.
the
They're
truth.
coming back.
We have Somali mothers. Wait, we have Somali
They're
mothers
coming
and
back
sisters
in your
crying
They're
every
coming
day
back.
in Mogadishu saying, "Where's our boys?"
It's not
We
like
have
they can.
Somali mothers and sisters crying every day in Mogadishu saying, "Where is our boys who were taken to Eritrea?" And from Eritrea, they were taken to the conflict in Tigray. And a lot of them are reported to be dead.
Yeah, there are satellite evidence images. Wow, way joogaan soo socdaan. Hal mid ku weydiinaya waa u diidan yihiin ninkan oo soo sharxo farmaajo iskaga tag wadanka iskaga bax ha soo sharaxin.
He's a dictator. He's just trying to do a coup.
But how is he a
He's just
dictator
trying
when
to
the
do
opposition? Listen. How is he a dictator when the opposition keep disagreeing with the conditions? That doesn't make sense. You know, the most logical thing for Farmajo to do is wait for the election to happen. At least let there be some competition. If I sit down today, there's gonna be a power vacuum. You know how Mogadishu is, bro. You know how the Hawiyas are, bro. Come on. There's gonna be a power
There's no
vacuum.
power vacuum.
Bro,
There's no power
people
vacuum because
listen. There's people gonna be fighting over power, bro. If Farmajo steps down,
someone just mentioned Hawiye. Wait, someone's using tribalism. If you guys don't use tribalism, Mogadishu is a Hawiye city. Go and take Farmajo from whatever village.
No, it's not a Hawiye. It's not a Hawiye city. It's a Somali city.
It is a Hawiye. Wait.
It's majority
If you guys are
Hawiye.
going to talk about tribes, I would say Mogadishu is a Hawiye city.
Yeah, 85%
That's the
Hawiye.
truth. If you guys are going to go through that road, take Farmajo from whatever dusty city village you come from and make him president there. Because I'm telling you, Royal Mogadishu had enough of this nonsense. They have shown great patience.
asal yaa degnaan jiray mataqaanaa muqdisho waxaa degnaan jiray isaaq baa degnaa muqdisho waxaa degnaa majeerteena degnaa waxaa degnaa dadkan la yiraahdo maaragtay dhulbahantaa degnaan jireen waxaa degnaan jireen guryahooda dhan xooga lagu haystaaye.
That's what you claim. Wait, people got land in different parts of Somalia. People got land.
The last 30 years, yes, Hawiya measure
people
population
got land. People got land in
by force.
People can't go there. So where's my land in Gedo? I got relatives who have land in Gedo. I can't go there. Morian got my land.
And where?
In Gedo.
In Gedo.
Oh, you can't go to Gedo. Why is that?
I got for example, I got a friend of mine. I don't know if you guys heard of Jamal Noor. He's a journalist. He says he's actually got land that he inherited from his father in I think some town in Gedo, but he can't go back because some other people are squatting on his land. So where's his land? So you guys are trying to say, "Oh, Ray Mogadishu are not good people; they're bad." How come in 2017 they welcome?
Don't take that infection together, man.
They welcome from our top. Wait, holding Farmajo's picture, saying, "Farmajo, we love you. Farmajo, we hope you're gonna make our lives better. Farmajo, we support you." But you guys are trying to make our Ray Mogadishu like there's some kind of, people that are like.
Yeah, Hamar Banadiri people. Asal.
So that's pretty ironic, ain't it? What you trying? Just because Ray Mogadishu today, they saw what Farmajo did. He can't do his job. He has failed. So they said, "Okay, we had enough of this guy." They even gave him 1 extra year. And now you're trying to make a remote.
farmaajo markuu madaxweyne noqday dowlad wuxuu rabaa inuu dhiso qabiil walba ku jiro hadda qabiil walba xildhibaankooda ay dhisan yihiin. Do you think the previous president did that? No.
Did they even pay the civil servants? Did they even pay the civil servants?
No.
Not only did he pay them, but he paid them on time.
He paid them on time. In fact, he even paid the veterans from 1977 warriors. Hataa waxaa ceer buu u bilaaway, lacag buu siinayay, wuxuu siinayay hataa dadka markino nationalka oo qaranka ee markino sida oo Soomaali wax u soo qabtay markay dhintaan wuxuu u suubinayay as oo markino qaran u suubinayay calanka loo dejinayay, calanka loo qaadayay, waa loo aamusay. War waxaas dhan u suubinayay. I don't know why you guys don't see that. Like this guy is bringing back the Somaliness.
Marchuk could not even deal with the security of Mogadishu. If he succeeded in that, just to make Mogadishu a safe city, I think people would have liked him. Every day in Mogadishu, we have people getting killed. We have explosions. We have Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab started even taxing people now in Mogadishu.
Al-Shabaab has a big control, bro.
There you go. Thank you.
But they've always been taxed.
Well, Al-Shabaab is being used by the main Al-Shabaab. You know what Al-Shabaab is now? Yeah, Al-Shabaab is basically now it's like the mafia, the yakuza, those mafia, amal cartel, amal wa. They're getting paid to in la arqaladeed dowladda jirto shicibka in lagu dhibo lagu gulmaado. waxaas ka jira meeshan niyo aan runta isku sheegno shabaab wax la yiraahdo waa dhamaaday niyo shabaab waxay isku bedeshay mafia ay isku noqotay.
They're like an underground shadow thing.
Wallahi. Lacag la siina waxa la leeyahay wasiirkan ma aragtaa numberkiisu wixiisa dhan waa kan waagu juglay ilmihiisa meelahan iskoolka aadan gurigaas u deganyo waqtigaas ka soo baxa bistoolada madaxa le ka saar bis waabil bis hadilin.
This is another giving out the information.
So let's be honest, man. Mdaqana meesha waxa oo dilay magaciisa Allah u naxariistay Yariso, mayor of Mogadishu. He was doing something good, man. He was taking back and he was giving back the people that owned the houses. Guryo oo arkaysa oo nin oo sheekh dhan wala garka ku yaala daarinta dul eegay masaajid u tagaaya waaba nin masaajid qudba iyo waxaas ka jeedinayo qabiilkiis u weyn waana gurdadooda oo degan yahay xoognu ku haysta.
Let me tell you something. Who's the head of police now? Wait, who's the head of police now? The head of police is from Los Anod. So you're trying to tell me the head of police, if your land is taken from you, that the head of police can't give you your land back? And the head of police is from Los Anod.
With so much evidence and if you go through before even if you go through the right way, you know how the system works. Like in American Hafiz atagto warqadihi atusto adeemal imaado ad dacwoto maxkamad agarsiiso waaba lagu leeyahay waa qoslaaba.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Bro, I say thank God for federalism. Bro, you know what? Somalia, wait, bro. Let me tell you something. Everyone needs to go back to where they come from, man. In terms of federalism, we had enough, man. People say, "Oh, I want to share with this, bro. Can I go to Helada Hagurawi? Can I go to Guru and say, oh, I want this and that? People say, where are you from, bro? You're not from here, man. This is something the locals built for themselves. But all you
but how are you going to go to how are you going to go to a town if you're not going to provide and contribute the way they're doing it?
What?
Reer Garowe, reer Galkacyo hadaad tagto ama dhinacaani bari hadaad tagto, what can you contribute to them to live with them?
What can you contribute to Mogadishu? All you want is just to take from around Mogadishu, bro. And I think these people are just giving up. I think people are waking up now, man. Somali is federal, bro.
Waa ku dhashtay ab wajad awogeyga ku dhashtay ku faracay meesha dunteeda ku duugan anay ma Mogadisho iga xigtaa mise waa iga leedahay.
Of course, well, it depends. Like, and what I'm trying to that's what you guys say. You guys like
maadan ku dhalinine.
Hawiya Mogadishu Miskalaha. Of course, Hawiya Mogadishu belongs to Hawiya. That's their city. They're 98% of
the only Hawiya that belongs. The only Hawiya oo looga imaaday Mogadishu waxa waaye nimankan la yiraahdo abgaalka waay. Ay ka meesha
don't divide them Mogadishu. Hawiya is Hawiya. I don't know why you're dividing these people, man.
Don't speak Hawiya language then. Speak Somali language, ya akhi.
Let me tell you something. Go to whatever village you come from and build that place up, because I'm getting tired, man. I don't think we're gonna understand each other. I can see what our brothers in Somaliland what they did now, because they said, look, we're tired of these people, man. We just need to go separate back to our colonial borders, British Somaliland. I think that's even Pullen said that. Even Red Pullen said that. Pullen said, we want to build our own thing, and alhamdulillah, they're successful. So, brother, I'm telling you, man, don't push Mogadishu to the limits, man, because they had enough. They've been so welcoming, man. Now you're trying to make out like these people are monsters. They're welcome from Archer in 2017, man.
But
and the only thing from Archer had was his bosso.
But apparently,
and he won the elections in 2017.
farmaajo wadankan waxaa mataqaana waa uu ku dhashtay waa nin 60 jir oo meesha ku dhashtay oon imaan waa wadankiisa gurigiisa wixiisa laga yaabaa in xoog lagu haystataa.
He's not his federal state, bro. He's from I think he's from Galmudug. He's from Abiwak. I heard that. Say that, bro.
No,
Farmaajo's actually
one second. Farmaajo was born in Wabri.
Wabri ku dhashtay kasniyo.
Yeah, but he was born.
His family's from Geddo. He was born in Geddo.
Yeah,
I thought his family was from Abiwak.
I don't know what.
So, bro, man, alhamdulillah, you know what? I say thank God for federalism, man, because this is going to separate people apart.
See how much you want to divide Somali, man. Look at you, how much you're supporting the division.
You guys are the one. If you guys were good people, you would have said from Archer you failed. Let's find another leader.
I'm not into any tribe of these big ones like Farmaaji iyo dadkan la yiraahdo Xasan Sheekh Maxamuud iyo Xasan Cali Khayri waxaasana qabiiladooda kuma jiraan ani Soomaali asal ahay Soomaali luqad Soomaaliyan ku waxaan rabaa haddaan Hargeysa tago waxaan rabaa haddaan Jubbaland aado haddaan waxaan rabaa meesha asin nabad leh in meesha ku tago igu soo dhaweeyo hadhow haday ii imaadaan aan soo dhaweeyo anigana.
Wallah, it's
the most
achieve.
But okay, so I don't, this whole discussion from Majo, whether you pro Majo or pro Rabla, it's often tiring. I don't understand, guys. Okay, it's not between Majo or Robla, it's between Majo and the other candidates. And when you look at him, he's not a great president. He hasn't been the best, But when you compare him to the other candidates, he's better. And that's what we call real politics.
Yeah. I mean, one. هل waxaa mataqaanaa xasan sheekh maxamuud waxaa gabdhihii uu gadgaday sheekh shariifna maasha Allah intuu dadaali karo wuu dadaalay laakiin waxaa mataqaanaa siduu farmaajo dadaalo umuusan dadaalin ninka raba inuu madaxweyne noqdo oo la yiraahdo cabdiraxmaan cabshakuur baa la yiraahdaa ninkii badda gadan waaye yartina madaxweyne ka dhigatiin marka.
Did Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud murder Iqran Tahlil? Did Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud murder Iqran Tahlil? Did Sheikh Sharif murder Iqran Tahlil when he was president?
Do you guys want to hug the mic all night, or can we speak?
Speak, innit? I'm trying to have a conversation with these guys, man.
But you guys are shouting at each other.
Okay, let's talk about facts. Not opinions.
Okay.
Who's in control of Mogadishu now? Who's in control of Mogadishu? Is that Farmaajo or is it Roble?
I don't have the answer to that, bro.
Go on.
Oh no, I said I don't have the answer to that.
I'll tell you who's in control. It is PM Roble. Not only does Prime Minister Roble has the support of the local population of Mogadishu, but he also has the support of the international community, and that's really important because Somalia is a struggling state. It's being supported by the United States and the international community for basic things such as paying the army and the police. So the international community, they said to Farmaajo, you have to stop what you are doing. You have to be behind PM Roble. You are no longer the president of Somalia. You are a candidate. That's what they said to him. And they said to him, if you do anything else, you will be punished. So they said to him, and it wasn't even just the international committee, it was the Somali cabinet. The Somali cabinet, all of them, they fully backed PM Roble. Not only that, we had Badbaada Karan, who backed the Prime Minister. Who? Okay, what happened to Farmaajo's army? Where's Farmaajo's army? Farmaajo's great army. I don't see no.
It's not Farmaajo's army, it's the Somali army.
Okay, wait. All right, where's the Somali army that's backing Farmaajo?
Well, from what I heard, they're fighting a war in Galmudug.
What do you mean?
Like, wasn't there a little town taken over that they sent the national army to defend?
That was a long time.
What? So you're telling me the entire Somali army is in Galmudug?
I don't know when that was. I'm just giving out suggestions. I have another question for you. About a year ago, didn't Farmajo delay the election, and then that's what gave Roble the power that you say he has?
Thank you. Yes. Now you're
Right.
talking
And then
facts.
when he delayed the election, everybody considered him to be a dictator, but in all reality, he just wanted a one-man vote.
Now you're telling the
which
truth.
Roble
What
corrupted.
Farmajo tried to do was he tried to have an illegal 2-year extension.
Yeah.
So what he
because
did
nothing
was he
going
brought
right.
in. Yeah, he brought in the ex-parliament, and they voted for him to have 2-year extension. And the Somali people was like, "Wow, is this guy crazy?" People said, "This ain't gonna happen, man." So he's already got 1 year now. He's already got 1 year illegally 1 year. So guys, man, we have enough of this guy.
Can we share the mic around? Brother Bashir wants to come through. Let's share the mic around.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure. I'll get out.
No. Let Brother Bashir wanted to say something.
Yeah. Let's not hug the mic, Okay, let's not become emotional. We're just having a conversation. I was gonna say this, about the thing about I was making the comment about real politics. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Henry Kissinger. He was the foreign secretary under Nixon. The foreign secretary. So, and he and Nixon had a vision saying like, we don't have the best of options. We have the least bad option, and that's what you often have to pick. And when it comes to Farmajo, compared to the other candidates, he is the least bad. That's me saying as a guy from Mogadishu. The guy KS was usually bringing up saying, "Oh, Mogadishu have had enough of this guy." When we compare him to the presidents who are now running up, Hassan Sheikh Sharif, Abdurrahman Abdushakur, Khair, all these guys are deeply corrupt. They're all deeply corrupt. All right, and when it comes to Farmajo, he is a lot better than that. He's better than them when it comes to corruption. He has many failures, especially when it comes to the security situation in Mogadishu. He was supposed to improve upon that, the security situation in central Somalia, those things. But he also had many successes. Rebuilding the army, taking control back over the sovereignty of the seas of Somalia, the air as well, getting debt relieved as well. Lowering the debt of Somalia. So when you look at things holistically, he had some good and he had some bad. Now, when it comes to this situation of the election dispute, I think when we look at it, who's getting the fault? I'm more, more. I think when I look at the situation, I think there's more sinister reasons behind it. When I see that the United States, the UK, the UN, they're all supporting Roble, I think, why would they do that? Not because they like the guy, but because they think he's more controllable. Let's be honest. Okay, Farmajo is not bending.
Why?
No.
That's facts.
But you know what? I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying what you're saying.
All right, I'll give it
because
to you.
Okay,
like I'm saying, yeah, these countries do not have the best intention. Okay, so when they support a particular candidate in the country, you have to be very suspicious about it. Ask yourself, why would they do that? If the United States, the United States was the very country that was funding these warlords who were killing innocent people. Let's not forget that. So the fact that they're against, Farmajo says that they're at least afraid of him, and that he is at least doing something good. Now, to the point of the election dispute, Roble had one job. It was very simple: organize the election on time and on budget. That was the whole thing. Okay, he got the mandate in April. Okay, he said, my only task is to hold this election and to do it very fast, to do it fastly. Since that time, since April, there have only been 24 lower house members have been elected of the 275 candidates. Only 24 of the 275 have been elected. Yeah, so the election was supposed to be completed for the presidency by December 8th, but we don't even have any election for the president yet. So this guy has completely failed in his task. He did other things that were not part of his job, the whole Ikram Tahlil case, or going on Kenya to try to sign trade agreements.
Nobody's going to fall for that propaganda. Farmajo had 4 years to carry out free and fair elections.
He tried, because it wasn't actually his
tried. He failed.
He didn't come up with the extension. Okay, the woman that was in charge of the election, who wanted to organize, she said
Farmajo tried to have 2 years illegal extension. He also failed at that.
No, he didn't. He didn't illegal. The parliament.
Are you trying to deny that Farmajo tried to have 2 years extension?
1 second. Didn't the lower house give approval for the extension, and after that, Farmaajo rescinded that?
No, Farmaajo welcomed it. No, don't. I was watching. Farmaajo welcomed it.
Why would that be illegal? Then? Why would that be illegal?
It was Rare Mogadishu and the Somali people that refused it, especially Badbaadakaran.
One second.
Shout out to Badbaadakaran, Mujahids.
But if the parliament approves it, why would it be illegal?
It's not parliament because that parliament expired. They didn't have no legal authority to give him 2-year extension.
No, that's not true. They can. Because where I live, for an entire year, we didn't have a government.
The mandate, the term has expired. They don't have any legal authority to give this guy 2 years extension.
But then they can't do anything, can they? Because what else are they supposed to do? Do they have a legal mandate to hold an election? Yeah.
Please repeat that. What did you say? I didn't understand that. Repeat that again.
So if they don't have legal mandate to give an extension, what legal mandate do they have then to hold elections? If
they have no legal mandate. The only thing remaining was for elections to take place, for a new lawmakers to be elected, new MPs, and a new government, and a new president, and a new prime minister. That's the only thing that was remaining. You don't want to. You got nothing else to say? Because because nobody's going to support.
No, sorry, bro. Fireworks. No. Fireworks started where I am, so I'm not hearing clearly.
Oh, go ahead then. Go ahead.
على أي حال أريد أمانتي فرماجة هنولادو.
Farmaajo, Alhamdulillah, the people of Mogadishu, we are free for him. May Allah be
what do you think? What do you think about what Sister WM said here? KS is right. Your term is expired. How can you extend someone's term? Someone else's term?
Absolutely, because like Khalid, we live in the UK. Boris Johnson, for example, Boris Johnson here, he's got a mandate. If his mandate expires, then they have to have elections. There's no way to it. If Boris Johnson tries to have an extension, the British people. This is what these people can't accept. This is what these people can't understand. They are blinded by tribalism. That's what I believe. They're blinded by tribalism. When they hear about Farmaajo, all they see is roses and flowers. But this guy is a monster. Just a few days ago, he tried to do a coup. He tried to
coup, man! Oh my God! Whoa.
He tried to sack the Prime Minister of Somalia illegally.
He's the highest leading government now. I mean, wuxuu ku fadhiyaa kursi ugu sareeyo ku fadhiyaa xafiiska ugu sareeyo jooga. Who is he gonna inqilab?
His term has already expired. He's already 1 year illegally in office. This guy is no longer the president of Somalia. It's Prime Minister Roble that has the full support of the international community, has the full support of Amazon, has the full support of the Rare Mogadishu. He's in charge. So Alhamdulillah, I think for Farmaajo, we're seeing the last of him. Thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and big shout out to Badbaadakaran, the backbone. That's your opinion, bro. But to some people, they're heroes.
It's the fact.
Big up, sister WM.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Maghfirat.
What were you guys talking about? You're just talking about Farmaajo Mia?
Yes, Wallace Heist, the loggerheads about Farmaajo and Robles' latest antic and everything. This whole year, basically, of what we call the peninsula. You know, the Somali peninsula politics. Crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you, Kay. I feel like the Farmaajo supporters, it's like they have some type of hold over them. They can see no wrong that he's doing. And it's weird, like they're not being logical with Farmaajo and how they support him. You know?
Why would you think that is? Why would you think that is?
Because he has what's called Nabad Nolol, and they are on the internet and social media just spreading like misinformation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like literally, that's what it is, because they feel like anybody who's against Farmaajo is against the country, and they're blind to everything that he's doing. It's obvious he does not want to hold an election. It's obvious he does not want the one man, one vote. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious he does not want to leave the Mother Toyo. You know what I'm saying? It's just so obvious, but they want to blame Robles, they want to blame Qaeda, they want to blame all the international.
What?
Yeah, you finished WM?
WM lagu maqlaayo waa ka baxda umaleynaa qadka.
We can't hear you.
So how do we move forward?
Exactly. That's the good question.
It seems like the older generation in Somalia, as Diego here said, is corrupt, and without them literally out of power, Somalia will never get anywhere. But at the same time, how do we get the younger generation to move to Somalia and actually start trying to get political jobs when your number one fear is getting offed by your partner, like the guy whose office is next door to you?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
It's tough, but yeah, that's who's the man who's literally, like, you know, who's every day checking on you.
But the question is, how could we get the younger generation more into Somali politics, bro?
Wallahi. And this is the first time I'm ever hearing of a Somali constitution. I've never heard of that in my life.
Oh, you can download it on the internet now.
Yeah. There was a constitution, but it's not finished, the constitution.
Well, what constitution is finished? The UK constitution is not even finished. It's still open. What constitution oo buuxsama ma jirto adduunkan?
Okay. Yeah, allow that. Yeah, at least we have a constitution. That's a start.
Exactly. But it's not like
we have a court. We have a court to put these political. I don't want to say that. You know, to hold them accountable.
Sorry, it's just a WM there. Mic check.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you want to continue?
You had a point she was raising.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I was saying, you know, the problem with Somalia is they're not honest because international community needs to stay out of our affairs. The international community is literally funding Somalia and the elections. Obviously, that's why they want the elections to take place. If you say no to their money, they'll stay out of your affairs. But you cannot.
This international community?
What?
Like, are we talking about like the UK, America, Saudi Arabia?
The United States in particular, yeah.
Yeah.
The United States came out and said basically they do not support Farmajo trying to oust Robles.
Salam
alaikum. For a reason.
Which is
wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa
barakatuh. Zero.
The international community are not Somalis. We are Somali.
Whoa. It does not matter.
We have
Somali
people don't want
you get their money.
1 second.
You get their money.
That's
that
true.
As
long as we're taking
they
have
the people that get the international community's money are the puppets.
No.
They are the puppets.
Community spend way more money on Somalia
than Somali's
any
elections.
other.
Come on now,
dude. If you're getting money from the international community, you should at least cooperate, okay?
Thank you.
So you shouldn't blame them. They spend billions on you.
I don't know why.
Well, then don't take their money.
Yeah.
Don't
the puppets are taking it.
You are taking it. You want to look at the funds Somalia gets? Somalia is literally aid dependent. Somalia depends on aid. It has no fucking economy. Excuse my language. It has no economy.
Just this year, the United Nations gave Somalia $500 million. Okay, you should not be complaining about the United Nations.
They love it when they give it to us, as long as we.
Hersi, yake udam taba inta arud kad gacantora ka baxdi. Are you serious?
Wallahi Soomaalida cirkay maroyaan waxay kala og yihiin malaha. Marna waxa leedin beesha caalamka. They literally pay you, and now you want to say, why do we care? Okay, don't care about the international community.
I don't support.
Don't take their money.
That's how we get sanctions all over again.
Wait. Don't take their money. Don't take their military. Don't take their
support. Don't get their support in any way, and you'll be fine.
Then you can say, we don't want the international community. But as long as you're taking those, and your people are under getting food and funds from the international community, please be humble.
Reem, the international community is basically America, which funded Farmajo, as well as the UN, whatnot.
But that's the thing. Let's keep it 100, right? Farmajo will never say no to the international community because they pay for his salary. Okay, he's a millionaire based on that salary. You can lie all you want. Come on now, you can lie all you want. You can claim that he's a Watani Balayo. It does not matter, and that's every politician. Farmajo is not the only one, and he's certainly not going to be the last. That's what it is. We got to be honest.
هذا مرة WM, would you want an international community in finance career so that you become a politician in Somalia?
Of course not.
Then why would you? So you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes, but what you got to understand here, see, is you got to be honest, right? Let's be honest. These politicians go back home with $20,000 in income a year and leave making $20 million a year and buy homes in Qatar, in the UAE and Turkey.
Because they're willing to become a puppet. They're willing to bend. They're willing to be used.
Isn't Robley buying houses in Qatar as well?
So is Hassan Sheikh.
Yeah.
So is
Farmajo. Don't get Farmajo twisted.
Everybody does that, man.
WM. Let me just counter your point, right? So you raised up a point about Farmajo being not stepping down. The opposition, first of all, they keep disagreeing with the conditions, right? Number two, there have been 2 attempts for the elections to happen. Marki Kowed, Hassan Ali Khair, when he was the prime minister after he got sacked, this guy was given 50 million, right, to hold the electoral votes. Elections are electoral votes. Secondly, Nick and Roblet, this guy was going and having diplomatic meetings with Uhuru Kenyatta. Yaudire, please answer that for me.
Farmajo had diplomatic meetings with Abiy Ahmed.
Abiy Ahmed, that's bilateral.
Are you trying to pick Farmajo as a Wadani?
But he's the president, though.
What do you mean the president? He's selling our land to Ethiopia, man.
Listen. Prime Minister does not have the award to go to other countries and have diplomatic relations or talks with them.
No, that's when Farmajo said that the prime minister is in charge of the country because Farmajo's mandate was over. So then, yes, Roblet, at that time, he does have the authority to go to another foreign country to represent Somalia.
Also, it's best that you create as many allies in the region as possible.
And Kenya is an important partner of Somalia. So many Somalis that have...
Well, why are we dismissing the fact that Hassan Ali Khair didn't do anything bad when he clearly ate 50 million to hold the elections? Why are we quick to dismiss that?
Because Farmajo was the one who brought in Hassan.
But this is before his mandate expired. This is before that. This was like maybe 2 years ago.
I don't know. You're making allegations. I don't know. You have to bring the proof. Send it on the links. Look at
it. Who wants to make
why
a
was
government?
He fired then? Why was Hassan Ali Khair fired then?
Clean from corruption, clean from...
Exactly.
Hassan Ali Khair was fired because he told Farmajo the truth. He said to Farmajo, stop acting like a dictator. You have to listen to Denny. You have to listen to Ahmed. You have to listen to...
What does Denny do? What does Denny do?
Huh?
What does Denny do? What has Denny done for Puntland? Last time I checked, Denny was selling charcoal to the Arab countries. Denny was illegally selling our resources and selling sand to these Arab countries and foreign countries. That's the last time I checked. So no one is innocent in this game, bro.
And Farmajo is the biggest monster of everyone.
We have Madobe, who's an ex-Al-Shabaab member. I've never seen a country like this before. But I'm just being honest.
You know, Farmajo was in charge. He was supposed to sort out corruption, but it's just massive, worse. Corruption has just became crazy. Farmajo just
are you saying Farmajo is corrupt?
Yes, 100%. I think
he's telling me he's the most corrupt out of all presidents, or he's just saying he's
yes,
corrupt?
100%. Farmajo is the worst.
How is he the worst? This guy trolling or something?
How about trolling? Did you not hear about Farmajo's brother that controls the cart trade in Mogadishu?
Okay, but wasn't Farmajo?
Oh, wait, did you hear about the fact that Farmajo's own brother controls the cart trade in Mogadishu? So they banned the cart from Kenya, and now they're bringing in.
You don't have evidence for that. I've never heard of that.
Okay, there you go. You don't know nothing. You go to Malaysia and speak to
I haven't heard of that, but you're making the claim that Farmajo
check it out.
is the most corrupt.
Research it. Then come back to us.
Okay, I will. But you can be making
Viva Farmajo hanno lado.
This guy is making the claim that
Farmajo, Alhamdulillah, wa khana.
How is he the most
Thank
corrupt?
you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're free of Farmajo. Wallahi, this guy was a nightmare. The biggest nightmare we've ever seen in life.
He was a nightmare to your corrupting.
Nightmare, man. The guy.
To your corruption politics.
Farmajo glued himself on a chair, man. We tried everything to remove this guy from the chair, wallahi. And he's still in Somalia.
Yeah, but you can't say Farmajo is the most corrupt ever. That's just not true.
That's not true. This guy was the only president.
Listen. What happened to Iqran Tahlil? What happened to the Somali soldiers who got sent to Tigray? Who died
no, what happened to the Somali seas next to Kenyan border? What happened to that?
Yeah.
That was thanks to Hassan Sheikh Mohamud who brought in fantastic.
But how do you know if Hassan Sheikh could have followed up?
If it was for Marshall, man, we would have lost our tea 100%.
But Farmajo was the one that brought the case forward even more.
It wasn't for Marshall brought the case forward.
No.
Hassan
Sheikh, he brought it up, but how do you know he could have followed
through?
Thank
you. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud brought it up.
Yeah, but how do you know if he could have followed through? Because Kenya was offering the Somalia hundreds of millions to drop the case.
Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, he did it. Thanks to him.
What happened to Iriso, Engineer Iriso? What happened to Engineer Iriso?
Where are you from?
I heard from our tours probably got a leg.
Where are you from?
Farmajo kadambe. Wixii xun xaawali. Waxa la xaawo. Wixii xun xaawo. Farmajo xaawo ha ka dhigina.
There's two extremes. There's extreme Farmajo supporters and then there's the extreme anti. You know, KS is very extremely anti-Farmajo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not even extreme Farmajo, but I like his politics. I like his government. I don't care if there's another person there. If it is Roble and he's playing the same game as Farmajo, I support Roble. I like the government that exists now. I don't care who's ruling it. That's who I support. Because the government that exists now is way better. It's like day and night compared to the previous ones. So farmaajo ana macquul geliyey farmaajo ayaa macquul geliyey asaga iyo dowladdiisa ayaa macquul geliyey in dowlad noocan Soomaaliya.
What do you think about what Farmajo tried to do in Bosaso? He tried to destabilize a city, a town, which has been the most peaceful town in Somalia for the past 30 years.
That's a lie.
That's big lie. Waxay xun xaawo waay markii lagu dhahay saan waa moogtay.
Oh my God.
What I'm trying to say, this has never happened in Bosaso.
Nothing to do with that.
Hay wixii dhusmareeb la isku dagaalana Farmaajo miya?
Hirsi. No offense, KS, like waxa kala ogtahay malaha. Farmaajo has nothing to do with what is going on in Puntland, okay? If you want me to educate you on what's going on in Puntland, I can educate you. Like, and do not just lie about Farmaajo and what he has going on. It is between President of Puntland, Denny, and what's called the PSF, the Puntland Security Forces. Farmaajo is not involved. So for you to say he's destabilizing it, this is why I say you're extremely Farmaajo. It's clouding your judgment because that's not true.
Okay, I don't know. You're right. I'm not from Bosaso, and I don't really know.
I'm not from Bosaso either. But
I'll take your word for that. I'll take your word for that. 100%. I agree with you. But what I do know is Mogadishu and the surrounding areas. This guy from Farmajo, he has sent Somali teen soldiers to fight in the war in Ethiopia, Tigray. We had many of them. The parents are saying, where is our boys? Where is our children? Farmajo handed over our ONLF leader, a well-loved and respected ONLF leader, to Ethiopia just to score points. That's treason. How could you hand over a Somali citizen to a country where he might be tortured to death or he might lose his life?
Yeah, and the sad part about that, KS, is that same man fought in the 77 war. So he was like a hero in Somalia, and then he handed them over to Ethiopia. Okay, I'll give you that because that's true. That's true.
That's treason, ain't it? That's treason. Because like I remember that day.
But what you
when I heard that, wallahi, when I heard that, I knew my heart literally like sunk. I was just.
But wait, KS. Let me ask you something. KS. Yeah, that guy who fought in 1997, he was following Siad Barre, the guy that you hate the most. 1977. Yeah, 1977. The guy that you hate the most, Siad Barre. He was following Siad Barre's orders.
Wait, who said I hate Siad, bro? Why are you putting ideas in my my mouth.
Are you not aligning Farmajo to Siad Barre the way Siad Barre was dictating the country? Are you not saying that Farmajo is gonna be like the next Siad Barre? He's stuck in the seat. He's not moving. So adiga naftirkaaga niyo macnaha ninkaas caqiido wuxuu ku socday oo markino oo nin soo inqilaabay dowladda.
Let me answer. Bro, let me answer. Siad Barre was a dictator. As Somali people, we are free. We don't like dictatorship. This is why Somaliland broke away from Somalia, because of Siad Barre. We don't want that lesson to happen. We don't want history to repeat itself. We need democracy. If anyone wants to be the president of Somalia, they have to get the support of the Somali people. You know, the only thing that can work with the Somali people is democracy. No dictatorship. No military force. Because the Somali people, they're free people.
What kind of election do you want? What election do you want? The people? Free and fair of what? The one behind the curtain, or the one which is one man, one vote?
From Martin's influence and meddling.
So you also want to vote?
No, I want free and fair elections.
Okay. Tell me the last president that promised us one man, one vote.
Look, Farmajo only said that to have extra 2 years extension. He doesn't care about free and fair elections.
But it wasn't him. Like he said what happened was asaga wuxuu ram taqaanay inuu 4 sano gudihiisa one man one vote uu ku xaqiijiyo ku rumeeyo ayuu doonayay. Dhibka jira waxay tahay nimankan maaragtay maamul goboleedyada ayaa diiday. At least okay, let's come 50-50. Let's do 50-50. Every gobol saddex magaalo maaragtay inuu doorasho ka dhacdo. Way diideen waayahay every gobol hal magaalo. Way diidan yihiin. They still want the one behind the curtain, behind the table.
There's a process. If Farmajo wanted to do that, what he should have done is try to win this election. When he won this election, then he would have said, look, since I won this election now, the next election, which is going to happen in 2025 or 2024, whatever, there's going to be one man, one vote. Then it will make sense. But you can't do it at the last minute and expect to be given more time extension, you know, to stay in office. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to follow the law.
You know, it started this election story started in 2018 with hadaladii markino maamul goboleedyada Usmareb 1, Usmareb 2, Usmareb 3, all of that. What were they talking about? They were talking about election. They were talking about how the election should happen. And that was how many years ago? That was 4 years ago.
Yeah, but
actually 3 years ago.
You cannot blame the regional admins because Puntland was able to do a pilot one man, one vote election, and Farmajo cannot deliver on his own promise. So you can't blame
100%,
them.
yes.
Farmajo's campaign promise was one man, one vote, and it's obvious he does not want to do that. Let's tell the truth. It's obvious.
Yes.
His own lower house, Akal Kahose, their term expired. They need to be elected. And they're the ones that are passing a so-called mandate to extend him. That does not make any sense. He has been in office since February 2021. It's almost a year. How is he a president?
The only way the maamul goboleedyada ay uga raan lahaayeen ama kuwan mucaaradka ay uga raan lahaayeen Farmaajo waa inay one man one vote la yimaadaan.
Okay, and why
that was the only way
on that? First of all, second of all, the problem is Hirsi. We need to be honest, okay? Okay? Farmajo does not control Mogadishu, let alone anywhere else. And it's embarrassing 100%. Because Puntland, Galmudug, Melankala, they do their own thing. Look at Somaliland that said, we're done with you guys. They hold elections like it's nothing. They do one man, one vote like it's nothing. They do iris scanning. People do like ID checks. How come they can do it and Farmajo can't? It's ridiculous.
Because there's a lot of enemies.
No,
because he has failed in security.
Please stop with this Mu'arrad enemies thing. Farmajo, it's clear as day. Farmajo does not want to do that. Second of all, you cannot talk about the international community, Mu'arrad, this, that, and the third. Iyaga ilalia. Farmajo has freaking security that are so-called alam.
Okay, marka idinka dowladda ku xigo ma ka filinaysiin one man one vote?
It depends on security. It can only happen once we free the country from Al-Shabaab.
You know, Somali election
You can't compare Puntland or Somaliland to South Somalia. Yeah, so Somaliland and Puntland, they're relatively stable. They don't have that much Al-Shabaab. They can do one man, one vote. But in Somalia, we have Al-Shabaab that control large swathes of the area. Even Mogadishu itself, there's no security. Farmajo has failed in security. Despite failing in security, he wants one man, one vote. How could you do one man, one vote when you don't even control one block in Mogadishu, let alone the entire country?
It just doesn't make any sense. That's what I mean. Like,
100%. Yeah.
It's not being honest. Like Farmajo, you guys are talking about, oh, Alika, get your hands off Somalia. They're the ones that are watching Somalis. Amisom are there making sure Shabab doesn't kill other people. You know what I'm saying? You go to different checkpoints in Mogadishu and you're being stopped to make sure you don't have bombs strapped on you. Come on now. Like, it's not, the one man, one vote is a campaign promise that everybody knew was not going to happen. And it probably
100%.
won't happen anytime soon, unfortunately.
It won't happen
unless
for like
security,
15 years.
You know the one man, one vote. One man, one vote. Farmajo kaligiis kama imaan karta. Shacabka Soomaalida ka imaadaa taas.
Exactly. But the problem, Hifsi, is the security is just too, like, it's unstable. How do you know somebody that's doing, like, let's say somebody's voting, right? And they've registered to vote.
So the problem, now you're saying that
have weapons.
So you're saying that you're blaming as in like there's security majority measure, but the guy was focused so much to build a proper and a strong military. You say,
wait, what army does Farmajo have? Wake up, man. We have Badbaada currently controlling Mogadishu now.
Badbaada current waa Moryane hayle imaan hadalkooda suqbalniyo oo Farmajo wuxuu dhisay dawladdan waxay dhistay Farmajo dawladda Farmajo waxay dhistay ciidan 10 ilaa 20. You know what? In fact, I heard even 45,000 military.
Okay, where's the army? Where is it?
Badda cirka dhulka nooc walba oo dhis booliiska military kulli.
Where is the army?
Doorkay ku jiraan Farmajo waxay la dagaalayeen Al-Shabaab ay la dagaalamayeen.
Nobody's fighting Al-Shabaab. Nobody even fought Al-Shabaab for the past 4 years since Farmajo got elected. So, bruv, man, well, like that girl, she told you the truth, man. Let's be honest.
No, man. Village by village, village by village. Somali, the military, they're taking over village by village.
That's so rubbish. Come on, but let's be honest, man. We're mature people, man. Yeah, this guy from Archer, he has failed. He's the. I never seen anyone. You know, it's embarrassing. Now.
Like, Farmajo kusasta wallahi billah. Bismillah, he's a nightmare, wallahi billah. He showed you the truth. He showed me
what he done to Iqran Tahleem.
Showed you what a government looks like. He showed you how it's done.
The guy, if you care about Farmajo, tell him to leave the presidential palace because everybody's laughing at him, bro, man. Just yesterday we had a conference, man. We people were just like, you know, making jokes about the guy, man. Where's his army, man? We got Badbaada current running things in Mogadishu, alhamdulillah.
Who has Badbaada current? Badbaada current qabil bay u taagan yihiin Somali idil u taagan yihiin.
Mogadishu, man. They're there to protect Mogadishu. I get from dictator Farmajo.
Okay, do you support the Somali government, the Somali military? National
Somali, Badbaada current is the Somali military, bro. That's what you don't understand.
No. Somalida militariga Somalida ma aqoonsan tahay oo ma taageersan tahay.
Badbaada current is the Somali military.
Badbaada current qabil ba u samaystay qabil ba baxsada oo yeeshtay.
That's these people, they have military uniforms and numbers. They just said we had enough of Farmajo's antics.
Or kulligooda waxay u ekaayeen niman daroogi waxa iska soo dharga Mooryamin when they markay gaajowaana shicibkii ku soo leexanayaan.
That's your opinion. They are
isbaaradii soo noqonayso. Baadkii soo noqonayo. Jidkii la xirinaya la soo bilaawa. Waxaas ma adiga rabtaa.
Farmajo had 4 years as Baro on us in Mogadishu. He closed the roads for 4 years. Our life was hell. So what he already put us back to hell anyway.
Okay, honest questions. Why don't you guys just hire someone who can lead you guys? I don't understand. Or accept the chapter 7 from the United Nations.
Yeah, they believe in Somali anymore. This is what got them into trouble. They welcomed someone like Farmajo in 2017.
So you're saying to believe? Do you think like the believing in Somali
or something?
Hey?
I think Somali is sometimes dangerous. You just have to be careful on who you bring into your town.
So you'd go back to Qabil Nimo.
What I'll say, they need to be careful, man, because like they need to be like Somaliland and Puntland. They need to say, who's this guy? What's his background? What does he believe in? Does he have good intentions? You can't just welcome anyone, man, and say just because they talk about Somali anymore. I think we're going to learn from this. Inshallah.
Good job.
Thank you, bro, man. I'm just happy, man. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has answered our prayers, man. We're seeing the end of this horrible chapter in our lives, man.
Hersi, I want to ask you a question. I'm really curious. You're against the international community, but you accept help from them. Explain to me why.
No, I don't accept any help from them. I don't want them to interfere.
Wait, so you don't
in the
want
Somali
Amazon?
issues.
You don't want the United what's it called? Funds from the United Nations? What's going on?
I don't want no infection in my country and my people.
Oh, so you want everything like removed from the outside?
Everything should be stand outside, and we sort out our own problems ourselves.
Wait, like you had 30 years to do that.
30 years? Well, we didn't have that, man. We were all scattered around the world. Somalia waxaa kusoo horta Mooryaamiin iyo Tuugi qabiilista kusoo haray.
Okay, so you don't want the international community, but the politicians are bad. What's your solution?
Well, my solution, I think the government that exists now shouldn't be destroyed. I mean, it should be taken over by someone else, but with the same mentality and same politics as Farmaajo. I want someone like that to take over the government if Farmaajo doesn't become the president of the next election. Is it wrong?
If Farmaajo isn't,
hadduu Farmaajo madaxweyne noqon waaye, de madaxweynaha ku xiga waa inuu siyaasadda Farmaajo camal ku socdaa, dowladdiisana maarkino meesha uu ka qabtaa uu sii wadaa.
No, and everyone's different. People will change the politics, you know.
They will what? They will change the politics.
Yeah. Everyone has their own way of dealing with politics.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm confused myself, man, because everyone don't want what they want. No one wants, like, okay, kulligiina waa aragteen wadamo oo qurba joogtiin, wax Mareykanka joogo, wax oo Europe joogo, wax markano oo Afrikada kala joogo. Dowladnimo waa aragteen. You've seen how the government offices are working in every section, like every corner in markano dowlad ay ka jirto. There is a sign, there is police, there is people with suits, macallimiinta lacag dowladeed ay qaadanoyiin, takhaatiirta lacag dowladeed ay qaadanoyiin, booliistii waxay qaadanoyiin lacag dowladeed, canshuur baa la iska qaadaya, wadankii nabad baa jirto, international community don't interfere them, there's no corruption. Why can't we have something like that? Why is it always qabil? Why is it always like, behind the curtain election, which is like, dadban means like, behind the table or behind the curtain. So why do people want that?
I wish it was like that, man. I wish,
oh, wait, I have a question. Why don't you guys just copy the Somaliland constitution?
Pardon?
Why don't you guys just copy the Somaliland constitution, Djibouti one?
Actually, I think the Somaliland constitution is brilliant because I think especially South Somalia, they can learn a lot from Puntland. They can learn a lot from Somaliland. In a sense, like they need to take leadership themselves. They can't be like Farmaajo. Look, Farmaajo's not from Mogadishu, man. He's an outsider. He doesn't care about Mogadishu. Every time there's an explosion, he doesn't even say he just laughs, You need to have someone who cares about you. You need to have one of your own to become your leader. That's actually going to care about the people. That's going to sort out the security. That's going to sort out the poverty. That's going to give the youth employment. So Somaliland, they actually have a fantastic leader who's actually a veteran. He was part of S&M, I believe. He was one of the guys who
sacrificed their lives and their wealth to liberate his people. And they elected him. They recognized that. They elected him. And alhamdulillah, they're doing a good job. You can see the
yeah, they even sign oil drilling now.
Signing oil drills, making real moves, man, for the future. Alhamdulillah. So I think that's what Mogadishu is. South Somalia, they need to have one of their own. You can't have like someone else fix your problems for you, man. Because I remember in 2017 when Farmacho got elected, a lot of people were hopeful. I had a cousin of mine who was really happy. I said to him, bro, why are you happy?
Oh, someone said you sounding a bit tribalist. So do you want a Hawiya guy?
I need a local guy, someone who cares about his people, just like Somaliland, just like Puntland. You can't have an outsider coming in and fixing your problems.
No, I disagree. I think you guys should hire someone from the outside to lead you guys, because this is just
Look, let me tell you something. They brought in Farmacho in 2017, and he was an outsider. I remember my cousin. Yeah, when Farmacho got elected, my cousin was happy. We had a dialogue. We had to talk about this. He said, I said, bro, why are you happy? He said, Farmacho got elected. I said, why are you happy about that? He said, Farmacho is going to build up the country. You know, things are going to get better. Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud is a waste. I said to him, I disagree, bro, but I'll see what happens. You know what? I saw him last year. I saw my cousin last year. I said to him, bro, what do you think about your boy Farmacho? He says, what? He says, bro, he says, bomb that guy, man. Can't believe I put my trust in that guy. And I was in Somalia 2 years ago. I was in Somalia, and I saw a guy. I think I was in Galmudug, somewhere in Galmudug, in some village, and I saw a hardcore Farmacho supporter. And this guy's a local, you know. So I said to him, bro, I said to him, why do you support Farmacho? He says, Farmacho is fantastic. He's doing this and that. I said to him, bro, man, Farmacho is a dictator, bro. I said, he ain't going to allow no free and fair elections to happen, man. I think he might even try to pull the country back into civil war. And he said, you know, he said to me, I'll have a bet with you. This is to me, if Farmacho does free and fair elections, you have to admit you're wrong. I said to him, fine. I said to him, we'll see. I said, if Farmacho tries to use force or cause problems, then you're going to have to admit that my prediction was right. So I just hope one day to see that brother again and see his reaction. So what I'm trying to say is, you know, yes, there's a lot of things we can learn from Somaliland.
Yeah, someone said Farmacho will go back to the US once he finished.
Farmacho, I think Farmacho is going to be taken to court, man. Because I think this guy is done.
Someone's saying that he's going to dip back to the United States.
No, there's going to go to court because he's done a lot of crime. I think that's why Farmacho is acting so desperate, you know, because he's got a lot to lose. He's gone in so deep. Once you go in so deep, you know, you can't just walk away from it, you know. There's inshallah, one day there's going to be accountability. If he goes to the United States, you know,
why don't you hold accountable to Abshakur Absharamak, the guy who sold the Somali ocean?
That's nonsense. Because if Absharamak did sell Somali water to Kenya, they would have used that in court. They never had no evidence. They didn't have nothing. Because the court said to them, what evidence do you have? They didn't have nothing. So
big up, man. The guy made money from Somalia now. Wallahi billahi. Lagu haysta lacagta uu xaday oo markii Kenya ka qaatay oo baddaas ku gaday ayuu isku sharaxaya. War inda adkaa ninka war balaayo.
Send it on the link. I would love to see it. Share it with us.
Oh, someone said, why is Farmajo an outsider to Villa Somalia?
Why is Farmacho outside of Mogadishu, you mean?
Villa Somalia.
Villa Somalia. Yeah, to Mogadishu. Because every time there's a huge explosion in Mogadishu, he doesn't even give condolences. You know? But if it happens in somewhere else, like if it happens in Haladaha and Melkale, that his people are from, he'll give condolences. But if there's a huge bomb explosion, the guy is silent, man. He doesn't care, man. It's like people say, what's wrong with this guy? You know, he's got no emotion. He doesn't share the pain.
He is a politician. Politicians are known to be heartless.
No, you don't understand. What I said, if it happens in Illa Park, Somalia, give condolences, but he doesn't give it to Revolution.
Oh.
It's like he's got some hatred, man, for Revolution. I don't know, especially Revolution. Like, I mean, because people are trying to move forward from what happened in the past, but this guy still has grievances. You know, so it's like he's trying to get. I don't know. So.
Okay, here's my. This is how I see it at this point. Okay. Somalia, please accept Chapter 7 from the United Nations and build a damn country, but the leader will be a foreigner. Please, please.
Actually, you know what? That wouldn't be bad.
What the hell?
I'll tell you
well,
why.
Then we're back. Like, then we're back to colonial. We're back to colonialism, man. How I wanna
anything is better under Necromancer. You know, at least if we had an outside or something.